Some not-so-good news, sadly, about a story that our Linda actually covered a few weeks ago. It was about this adorable seal named Freddie, who had been attracting a whole lot of love from passers-by in the River Thames in London. Earlier this week, we found out that Freddie had passed away after being mauled by a pet dog. Now, there's no evidence at all that any criminal offence took place. The owner of the dog has since spoken out and expressed her regret that her dog wasn't on a lead. But it just leaves that question, doesn't it, Janet, as to whether or not dogs should always be on a lead in public places. What do you think?
Well, I've got a problem with people getting that close to a seal anyway, because at the end of the day, when seals are on our coastlines, and they are in a lot of them in Norfolk, they have signs up saying do not go within 25 metres of a seal. So, right. You know, seals aren't photo opportunities, just as deer in Richmond Park are not you know, they've been attacked by dogs off leads in recent months as well. I feel that if you're walking your dog in a place that other people are using, you've got to keep your dog on a lead. If you're in the countryside and there's no cattle or animals in the field, yes, you can let your dog off the lead. And we found out the hard way, because when we first had Badger in London, my partner took him to the local park and let him off the lead, and immediately another dog bit him really badly on the tail, and then tripped to the vet, traumatised dog. The owner just vanished, of the other dog vanished. And since then, we don't let Badger off the lead in a park, in a city, or where there are other people around. And also, dogs are high. I mean, he's a terrier. He's excitable. That's his nature. I can't control him, and he doesn't take directions very well either. I mean, you know, whatever his language is, it's not my language. They only understand two words, don't they? Poo and food.
Food, yeah.
That's about it.
It is kind of... What's wrong, Brenda?
I mean, I was almost agreeing with Janet there until she said that end bit. I'm thinking, you know, I do believe that dogs, if you're outside, all dogs should be kept on a lead. And you know, this with this particular...
You're not a doggy person,
I'm not a doggy person, but I have so many friends, including all of you ladies, who have dogs. Yeah. And, you know, I'll get to know the dog and I'll keep my distance a bit, because you don't know... The dog's behaviour is so unpredictable. You don't know. It could be... there could be something that I've done and it makes cause the dog to rush at me all of a sudden, but that's a really nice dog beforehand. So I think there are just too many variables outdoors and out in the open, and it should always be on a lead.
Do you let your dog off the lead in public places, Glo?
Well, I'll just go back on Brenda's point, because dogs are very unpredictable. You could have the most gorgeous Labrador who just could turn like that, because maybe a child pulled its hair or something like that. And so I think that it's owner responsibility. You know your dog, and if you think there's a likelihood that your dog either, in my case, I mean, Polly's sometimes in the chair at the back there, but she's small and she's like my baby at the minute. So therefore, I'm terrified of her being attacked by a big dog. And I'm not too good with big dogs either. So I do it to protect her. So I've got the lead. The only trouble is, when I got the lead, she thought she was going out for a walk. So right after this programme, that's exactly what I have to do.
Definitely.
Well, Gloria, what we've done with Badger, when we take him into the countryside and there's no animals around and we let him off the lead, my partner's bought a tracker app. So he's got a collar with a tracker on it that's... Bluetooth or whatever, you know, the technical...
Look at you, all high-tech.
High-tech, low-tech. To the phone. So now I go for a walk with a lovely dog and a partner who spends the whole walk stabbing at his phone, going, I'm not sure where he is. We're not picking up a signal.
That sounds very relaxing, Janet.
Yeah, very relaxing. Not. Yeah.
We did a poll on this and we asked you, should dogs always be kept on the lead when out in public? And it was pretty resounding. 70% of people said that yes, they should be kept on a lead when out in public, and obviously 30% no. I suppose, I mean, the thing is, we've gone dog crazy over this last year, haven't we? There's lots of people who won't have a garden, they've maybe, you know, they're living in a flat and they've got a dog and they want the dog to be able to have a run, which is natural. Where are they going to go? Not everyone lives in the countryside. It's funny, you said there, Gloria, we know our dogs. And I actually think that might be, not that I'm going to contradict you, where we go wrong, because I think I know my dog. And I would say my dog's a pyjama case. She would never, ever do it. Oh, look at that. You know, I adore my dog. But
gorgeous.
she's an animal.
Yeah.
And actually, I think we all have to accept as dog owners that we don't know our dogs and cat owners.
But I said at the very beginning, Kaye, I said dogs are very unpredictable.
Yeah, you're right.
And they are. I said that you can have the most docile dog that just suddenly in a turn bites or something.
I think all animals you can...
But I think
Sorry,
we've gone
Gloria.
a bit gaga about our dogs.
Yeah.
You know, we dress them up and they become kind of playthings. And at the end of the day, I know you don't dress yours. Sorry, I wasn't looking at you, Janet, when I said that. I know you wouldn't dress your dog up.
I can't stand dogs in coats.
But we know for so many people, dogs, especially during the lockdown, have become so much more part of the family than what they were before. So
Yeah, I can have a better conversation with Badger. And I'm getting a get from the other person in my house.
Well, listen, Janet, we've booked Badger instead of you next week, so I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, that was a mistake saying that.